Alright y'all, you already know the drill. When it comes to Dhar Mann, it's never roses and sunshine, and he just keeps losing it. So the other day I was doing my usual Reddit when I stumbled upon this thread about our good old Dhar Mann. And I remember thinking, what has he done this time? Dhar Mann videos are annoying, and the moral of the story is overshadowed by bad acting. It's the same thing over and over. A whole 10-minute storyline of someone being judged, made fun of, disrespected, and humiliated, followed by a 20-second flashback of their story. The acting is cringy, and the storyline is easily predictable. I'm more annoyed at watching these videos that I don't remember the message he tries to speak. Finally, someone has gotten the right words to describe the chaos at Dhar's studios. So many people have called out Dhar Mann for his impractical, shallow, and over-the-top videos, but it's like water off a duck's back. They say his videos are a bit, well, annoying. The worst part of this mess is that despite Dhar doing the same thing over and over, his young audience consumes his videos like candy on Halloween night. And that's what I want us to talk about, loves. I figured if Dhar Mann won't listen, then maybe we let these kids know what watching such videos does to them in the long term. My main problem with Dhar Mann videos is the fact that he's literally propping kids to put up with abuse, hoping that somehow the bad guy will stop. Compare this with a real-life event that happened recently, cause I need y'all to grasp how damaging Dhar Mann's videos can be. Now, picture this. If Dhar Mann were to tackle the ongoing 8 Passengers saga, he'd probably erase the part where Ruby's son runs to the neighbors for help. Instead, he'd let those poor kids suffer for ages until the adults suddenly see the light, stop mistreating the children, apologize, and everyone lives happily ever after. Sounds like a nice fairy tale, but real life ain't that simple, loves. Okay, moving on, I have binged on more Dhar Mann videos than I'd like to admit, and literally that's the only message he keeps hammering into those young minds. Take this one for instance, which tackles a pretty heavy topic, and just by the title, you can probably guess where this is headed.
Come on, girls, let's see those bridesmaids' dresses. Ah! Wow, you ladies look so... Oh my gosh.
I tried to get the zipper up, but it won't budge.
Forget the zipper. It looks like you're overstuffed meat trying to escape a sausage casing.
Callie!
What?
I'm already all riled up, y'all. Dhar Mann has this knack for portraying his characters as helpless, meek, and riddled with low self-esteem. They're pushed to a corner and all they can do is sob their hearts and eyes out. You might think he's trying to spread some body positivity, especially when it comes to plus-size people, but let's keep watching.
I'm just being honest. What about that keto diet that I told you about? Didn't you try it?
Here, let me try helping you with the zipper.
Just stop it, Becca. You're gonna pop it.
You know what? My dress feels a little snug too. It must be a small make.
How's it working out for you ladies?
Actually, could I get this dress in a bigger size?
Oh, okay, let's take a look at oh, I'm sorry. This is the largest size we carry in this dress. Yeah.
It literally gets on my nerves how Dhar Mann seems to enjoy other people's helplessness, humiliation, and mockery. And remember, he's on record saying that he scripts these videos, so this is how he perceives people in real life. Yikes.
It's not the dress that's the problem, Lori. It's your weight. And you need to do something about that. I can't have my maid of honor showing up to my wedding like this.
Sure, we've all heard about bridezillas, but come on, guys. People might get a bit brutal, but this is like a bad sitcom plot. Stick around, loves, cause I'm about to prove it to you.
I'm gonna ruin all the photos. Ugh.
I actually like the way my dress fits. Be right there, Callie.
That right there is what I'm talking about. And do you know the most annoying part of all of this? Dhar Mann will ensure this lady is being mistreated and bombarded with extremely cruel comments about her body. Seriously? But she'll keep following this mean so-called friend around hoping she'll finally get her approval.
You do realize why you can't keep up, right? It's your weight. You're too big. Look, you're my cousin and my maid of honor, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore. Your weight is disgusting, Lori. I love you and all, but I'm not gonna have you embarrass yourself and me on my wedding day.
Again, like I had said earlier, it's not that mean people don't exist, and they do mistreat others like this. My problem is, by the end of the video, Dhar Mann's life lesson is basically the mean lady waking up, apologizing, and we move on. Hey, Dhar Mann, could you maybe let these kids know how long the mistreatment should last? Trust me guys, most situations like this one end when you say enough is enough. Please don't stick around people who look down upon you for whatever reason. You might ignore the red flags for a while, but eventually your instincts will help you get out of such situations because you're not anyone's doormat or punching bag.
Lori! Gotta be smaller.
Throughout the video, that's exactly what goes down. The bride even kicks her friend out because she's not bridesmaid material.
Hey, do you know where my dress is?
I'm sorry, Lori, but I decided to kick you out of the wedding party.
But I lost the weight. I've been dieting and exercising like crazy.
Okay, you think you lost the weight, but you're still fat.
Kelly, that's not fair. She worked really hard.
Not hard enough. Look, you can attend the wedding, but you just can't be a bridesmaid.
But wait, there's more drama. The bride's been dieting so intensely that on her big day, she's literally helpless and eventually passes out while getting dressed.
I don't know.
This is ridiculous. It's the last.
Oh my gosh, Kelly!
Now it's Dhar Mann's time to so whoop in like a traffic stopping superhero. Guess who saves the day? Yep, the one who is mistreated and kicked out. She not only shows up, but she also happens to be a nurse. She rushes to the rescue, helps the bride write new vows, and in classic Dhar Mann fashion, the bride suddenly has an epiphany that her plus-sized friend didn't deserve the mistreatment. She apologizes and asks her to be her maid of honor again, and after a 2-second hesitation, she accepts.
Lori, I am so sorry for how I treated you. I just got so stressed out with the wedding, and I was just so obsessed with making everything perfect. But now I realize that my wedding could only be perfect if I had you as my maid of honor.
I don't want to ruin the photos.
No, I was wrong for saying that to you. You could only make the photos. So what do you say? Will you be my maid of honor again? Come on, please. Please, 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 please.
And of course, it's a picture-perfect happy ending. But guys, this only happens in Dhar Mann's world, not in reality. And in addition, you'll notice that in all Dhar Mann videos, the apologies are always straight from a narcissist playbook, like this.
I just got so stressed out with the wedding, and I was just so obsessed with making everything perfect.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry I shouted at you because I was having a bad day. I'm sorry I mistreated you. I was under so much pressure. It's always about them. This video raked in over 4 million views, and I'm 1000% sure that more than 10% of those viewers, who are most likely kids, have faced or are still facing mistreatment. So what's the real message here, folks? Seriously, what's going on in Dhar Mann's world? Now, in case you're still willing to cut Dhar Mann some slack, how about this one? Bullying is such a serious deal, especially in schools, and so you'd think that this video would be a perfect opportunity to educate his young audience about it, but alas, same old, same old.
Yeah, look, who the heck is this? Like,
You lost Pipsqueak?
No. I'm here for the tryouts.
guys. This guy's trying to try out for our team.
Something funny?
yeah, dude. Should be trying out for the water boy or something. We don't need a shrimp like you on the team, man.
Hey! What are you guys doing? You should be warming up right now. Sorry, Dad. This guy's trying to try out for our team.
You want to be a part of my team?
Yes.
What's your name, son?
Mitchell.
What position do you play, Mitchell?
Wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver. Okay.
Right off the bat, we're plunged headfirst into yet another Disney Nickelodeon type of drama that has had as much relevance to real life as unicorns in the grocery store. You see, at this point, Dhar Mann's videos are practically competing for the title of worst Dhar Mann video. Just when you think you've seen the worst, he drops another one that makes you seriously question his life choices. This, my dear loves, wins the award for the most unrealistic real-life enactment ever. And let's not even get started on the storyline.
If you ate meat instead of that banana, maybe you wouldn't be so scrawny.
I'm actually vegetarian.
Seriously? Like you eat lettuce and stuff?
I just want to be a part of this team, okay? And they keep saying that I'm too small.
Well, I mean, does kind of have a point there.
First things first, the title alone screams lazy scripting. Yes, guys, what happens next is shocking for sure. At least he's honest about that part. Now, Dhar Mann isn't just being lousy with his writing, he's also getting lazy. I mean, he didn't even bother casting an actual skinny person for this role. These other guys might have some muscle, but this kid's physique isn't all that different from theirs. Just take a look at the third guy in the line. Dhar Mann couldn't even rustle up enough people to create a proper football team. It's all about getting that video out as quickly as possible. Anyways, you can already guess what's coming for this kid. He's in for a rough ride, courtesy of the coach and the rest of the team. Now, here's where things get so absurd that it's hard to believe. In just a month, the skinny kid transfers schools, gains weight, doubles his lifting capacity, and becomes super fit to show his former teammates that he's got the goods. I get that these are bite-sized life lessons videos for YouTube, but a few slip-ups or oversights would be understandable. But when every single video feels rushed and filled with glaring mistakes, and the life lesson is all about the mistreated guy going to the ends of the earth to prove a point, well, you can't help but raise an eyebrow. Anyways, you can probably predict how this ends. The bullied guy gets pulled off an epic performance and his former team loses the match. So, Dhar Mann, what's the lesson here? Maybe you should have dedicated 2 seconds to discourage your viewers to bullying. Now, if you scroll through the comment section, the kids seem to be nodding along with Dhar Mann's message, which makes you wonder, what in the world is Dhar Mann really teaching these kids? There's just something about how he revels in seeing helpless characters take a beating. And even when the video ends, the solutions don't really address the actual problem. So loves, next time you watch one of his videos, remember that real life isn't a Dhar Mann script. Don't wait around for the bad guys to have a sudden change of heart. Stand up for yourselves, and don't be afraid to seek help when you need it. But that's not all, loves. There's more. You see, Dhar Mann has an entire production crew that helps him piece together these videos. So then maybe someone should point out these irregularities, right? That brings us to the next part of the story, which, as much as I don't want to blow my own trumpet, I'll say I'm not surprised. His controversial videos aside, Dhar Mann has found himself in hot water after being exposed for not practicing what he preaches.
What happens in the dark always comes to light.
What happens in the dark always comes to light.
What happens in the dark, I know, always comes to light.
For someone who has built a brand around teaching kids good morals, it was a bit of a head scratcher when he was busted for not following his own advice.
So you see, we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives.
Apparently, Dhar Mann's real life isn't inspiring at all, just like his videos. And let's be honest, big-time entrepreneurs often end up tangled in some shady business. Now, I'm not saying Dhar Mann is one of them, but him and his family have had their fair share of controversies and allegations. As far back as 2011, Dhar Mann was already cozying up to the legal system. He was accused of defrauding the city, allegedly pocketing $44,000 meant for property renovation. Fast forward to 2021, and the family found themselves in hot water once more, slapped with a hefty $3.9 million fine for over-hazardous housing. But these are just a few of the scandals that have brushed against Dhar Mann in the past. However, we can't ignore the most recent one, which is smack at the heart of Dhar Mann's productions. Dhar Mann continued to climb the YouTube ladder. He started teaming up with some big-name YouTubers. Being featured in his videos became sort of a "Mama, I made it" moment. If that's the case, then you'd think the recycled actors in his skits were lucky to be associated with such a massive brand, right? Well, not exactly. On February 6th, 2023, Dhar Mann Studios actors were literally right in the middle of a protest in front of his studios, holding signs such as this, and this. Dhar Mann employees had had enough and decided to stand up for themselves instead of waiting for him to change as he might have hoped.
He silently fires people, and he doesn't pay anyone what they would.
We want a meeting with Dhar Mann, and until we get one,
it was such a shock to people that Dhar Mann, of all people, would expose his employees to a super toxic work environment. And since then, people have had their reservations about the guy.
I began to understand that I was being taken advantage of. Then I realized, oh, he's actually not my friend at all. Because a friend would not do this to me. A friend would not treat me this way.
You don't get to go around acting like you're a moral guru when you treat the people who helped make you
like crap. It's not fair.
And just to show you how cunning Dhar Mann can be, can you believe he'd actually had his employees reenact the very things they were going through in the videos?
I don't need you to be successful. You need me. I am the one doing all the work and you're just taking all the credit.
Hey, careful what you say before you get fired.
This brings us to a thought-provoking question, guys. What's the one thing that doesn't sit well with you regarding Dhar Mann's videos that people never seem to talk about? Please share in the comments down below. Also, if you missed my previous Dhar Mann video where he misleads his young viewers to quit their jobs and pursue their dreams, click here for the video.